From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Friday, March 13th, 2026. Midday Thursday, March 12th, a Jewish synagogue, Temple Israel in West Bloomfield, was attacked. Free Press journalist Dave Boucher reported from the scene with some of what we know.
The head of the local FBI field office did confirm the agency is leading an investigation into what she called a, quote, targeted act of violence against the Jewish community. Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard said, quote, all of us have thoughts of maybe why this happened, but we don't operate in a world where we can presume something. Bouchard also confirmed that no children at the facility's child care center were injured. He did say 30 officers were treated at local hospitals for smoke inhalation, noting that after somebody drove a truck into the building, it caused the building to catch a flame. Jennifer Runyon, the special agent in charge for the FBI Detroit field office, confirmed that her agency is leading the investigation and stressed for everyone's patience as they investigate exactly what happened. She asked for any witnesses to provide any information or tips they have to www.fbi.gov/West Bloomfield attack. West Bloomfield Police Chief Dale Young said law enforcement received a call to 911 at about 12:19 p.m. His officers responded to the scene in less than 5 minutes and, quote, saw Temple security officers neutralize the threat. Please check freep.com for more updates on this developing story.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. The Michigan Department of Corrections is placing too many violent inmates in low-security prison units, endangering both staff and fellow inmates. That's the message from the Michigan Corrections Organization, the union representing corrections officers at state prisons. Byron Osborne, the union president, says the department has closed too many high-security beds, which require higher staffing levels as the department tries to save money. Under the Michigan Freedom of Information Act, the Detroit Free Press recently obtained records about a January incident in which an inmate assaulted two officers in low-security housing, sending both of them to the hospital for treatment. The inmate had more than 100 misconducts on his record, including more than a dozen assaults against officers and other inmates. But he'd been moved out of a high-security unit due to a lack of bed space, records show. Osborne says that situation was not unusual. The department says it's investigating.
I'm Adrienne Roberts reporting for the Detroit Free Press. The Michigan Supreme Court will soon decide whether prohibiting marijuana use while on probation is legal. The court heard oral arguments on March 11th in the case of People of Michigan versus Danielle Heaven Leah Hess. At issue is whether the use of marijuana can legally be prohibited while a person is on probation after cannabis was legalized for recreational use in Michigan in 2018. Hess pleaded guilty to one count of third-degree retail fraud and was sentenced to a year of probation. The probation order prohibited her from using or possessing marijuana, and she was required to submit to marijuana drug screenings. On 2 occasions, she tested positive for marijuana. She pleaded guilty to the first probation violation, but following the second violation, she asked the district court to amend the terms of her probation to allow for the use and possession of marijuana and to remove those violations, arguing that the condition of prohibiting marijuana use during probation violated state law. A decision is expected by the end of the term, which is July 31st.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and you'll hear more from us Monday.